Let me say good evening to all of us and to say how good it is to see the gathering of the Red Brigade, of the members of the People's National Movement in Roxborough, in the heart of Tobago East. Let us applaud ourselves for gathering in Roxborough this evening. Quite some time now, the People's National Movement have been regrouping and have been gathering and have been showing a demonstration of our strength. We had some discussions as a party, we had many meetings as a party, and we took some positions. And as any responsible party, what we did is to live or to keep our word in terms of the positions that we took. One thing that we discovered and that we recognized and thought that we must fix immediately is the recognition of our ground troops, the recognition of our members in the party groups, the recognition of the hard workers and stalwarts of the party. And so, on Sunday in Vanguard, we did recognize, we did commend, and we did reward all those people who have been working and toiling in the field. And it is a sign and a mark of appreciation, of taking things to the next level, of respect and commendation to people. It is a sign of not taking things for granted. And ladies and gentlemen, we would recognize that the first step in allowing anybody to take you for granted is when you take yourselves for granted. And your demonstration of coming out here, the demonstration of your movement through this village this evening, the energy and the discussion shows that you are a proud person and a proud member of the People's National Movement and willing to stand and defend this party at all costs and at any time. And if such a time has come upon Tobagonians, and if such a time has come upon Tobago East, it is now. We have a bunch of people who are taking Tobagonians for granted, who believe that they could lie to you and make excuses and make false apologies and keep on changing the paradigm all the time and expect that Tobagonians will sit and accept that and say yay and continue to walk behind them. And this I'm saying this evening is a demonstration of the fact that we are not going to sit by as People's National Movement people and allow ourselves to be taken for granted. You have to recognize that one day, if we don't fight the battle and don't fight the war and don't continue to spread the message, that you may get up and find that you don't have a chief secretary as nice as Honorable Orville London. We take it for granted that all chief secretaries listens to people, smiles with people, don't ride up and down the place with outriders. You remember those days? And is not proud and haughty. We take it for granted that all chief secretaries would care about Tobago and Tobago's patrimony so that they would fight ardently to protect the land and the land heritage of Tobagonians. We take that for granted. And I'm saying to you and me who have been interacting with our leader for the past 10 years, you and me who understand the People's National Movement philosophy, we who understand that we are the last soldiers that would be able to fight and to continue to fight to protect Tobago and Tobagonians. If we allow this to escape now, then we would all be sorry for what the result would be. My brothers and sisters, you recognize that there is an erosion of the authority and the respect for the Tobago House of Assembly as an institution. This evening we were having a discussion about, there's some discussion about a high tension wire that is somewhere and creating problems in Kedan or something. And somebody asked, who is the sitting representative on the T&Tech board? And somebody said, some little girl from somewhere. And that's the first method, that's the first erosion of our authority. When you take people, you pick them up from anywhere, and you don't allow the Tobago House of Assembly to allow its nominees to be on the board to continue the continuance of governance and the discussions and to ensure that we are on the same page. So they started with that. And they have been doing things. We have our and I don't want to get in, the Chief Secretary will explain that a little better, but we have our constitutional reform activity ongoing. And you're listening to the fact that there's another kind of approach, and there's something else that is being done now by the AG, and all that. So it means that you're taking Tobago, the THA for granted. You're taking Tobagonians who came out like you come out tonight, who gave their opinions, who discuss and argue, and we have a final document, and somebody is saying, we're going to push aside that, and somebody is drafting something now in Trinidad to bring for you because Tobagonians don't know what they want, because they feel that Tobagonians are stupid, and they feel that they're taking Tobagonians for granted. The message is clear, my brothers and sisters, tonight. The message is that we have to talk to our sons and our daughters. We have to talk to our neighbors. We have to talk to our fellow PNMites. We have to talk to our representatives in the THA. We have to talk to everybody and ensure that we stand up for the protection of Tobago. This is the first and the last chance that we would have of protecting ourselves from anything that is untoward or anything that may bring a kind of uneasiness to us. You remember the Pigeon Point issue. You remember the Pigeon Point fiasco. Before the caring government of the People's National Movement recognized that Pigeon Point belongs to the people of Tobago and that it should be enjoyed by the people of Tobago. You remember all that. And these are things that didn't happen by guess. These were examples to show you what could happen if we do not stand up and protect the only institution that speaks for Tobagonians and the group of people who care about Tobagonians if we do not support and continue to support them. I am asking that as we sit this evening, as we concentrate and as we focus, let us remember that this is all for the well-being of our future generations. This is for all of us who are a little older than I am to sit and relax in this piece of paradise that our foreparents has given us. And that if we do it wrong, that we could all become very uncomfortable and uneasy in our own space and in our own land. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our time to consolidate our support for the PNM, to consolidate our support for the work that was done in the Tobago House of Assembly over the past 10 years, to rally around our leaders and our fellow PNMites, and to continue to shout and to sing, great is the people's national movement, and it shall prevail.